हाय सो एज यू नो कि मैं हर एक बार 20 स्कूल के प्रोसेस को डिस्कस करता हूँ एंड दैट टू आईआईटी को तो मैं इनसाइड डिस्कस करता हूँ कि बॉस एमबीए एंड आईआईटी हाउ कम्स एंड व्हेन इट्स कम टू आईआईटी कानपुर 4 lakhs is the fee and the outcome is minimum 12 lakhs than the 18 lakhs and the 24 lakhs जो आपका lowest middle figure and the highest figure है। तो ये कैसे करते हो, क्या करते हो, क्या होना चाहिए, क्या प्रोसेस होने चाहिए एंड आप सडन क्लोज कर रहे हो 31st Jan इज द लास्ट डेट जो आपका फॉर्म्स क्लोज हो रहा है। तो आई वांट टू मीट देम। मैंने उनको इनवाइट किया, मैंने उनसे बात की। इस बार मैंने उनको चेंज करने की कोशिश की, तुम बताओ क्या है क्या नहीं है। सडनली आई गॉट 3 members प्लेस कॉम, दैट इज प्लेस कॉम जो आपका देखता है, दैट इज एल कॉम जो एलुमनाई कमेटी होती है एंड द एडमिशंस कॉम के साथ मैं डिस्कस करने जा रहा हूँ आईआईटी कानपुर की इनसाइड स्टोरी की एक्चुअली है या नहीं है। वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द लाइव बिकॉज़ आईआईटी है। फर्स्ट टाइम आईआईटी कानपुर ओपन हो रहा है फॉर द नॉन इंजीनियर्स, तो क्राइटेरिया है क्या नहीं है फॉर द गर्ल्स कानपुर इज सेफ और नॉट, व्हाट इज द लाइफ प्लेसमेंट क्या चल रहा है। तो मैं एक एक चीज डिस्कस करूंगा, आप वीडियो को एंड तक देखना बिकॉज लास्ट में जो मैं पूछता हूँ जो आपके लिए बहुत क्रूशियल क्वेश्चन होता है वो क्वेश्चन क्या होता है, आउट कर दो प्लेस कॉम क्वेश्चन तो बता दो, तुम मीडिया कॉम एल कॉम क्वेश्चन बताओ कि जीडीपीआई में तुमसे क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे गए थे, क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं, वो आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इफ यू आर टारगेटिंग आईआईटी कानपुर उस सेगमेंट्स को जरूर देखना कि आखिर क्या क्वेश्चंस हैं। वी गॉट फ्यू क्वेश्चन जो आपके अपने प्रोसेस में कानपुर आपसे पूछ सकता है। द बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द कानपुर इज ऑफलाइन इंटरव्यू। जाओ, फेस करो, फाइट करो, जीडी दो, पीआई दो एंड कन्वर्ट करो। बट जीडीपीआई देने से पहले आपको इसका फॉर्म भरना होगा। फॉर द गर्ल्स फॉर्म्स इज फ्री, फॉर द कैटेगरीज यू हैव अ लेसर फीस, फॉर द अदर वन यू हैव अ फी बट द डेडलाइन इज 31st of Jan। इसे नोट डाउन कर लो, डेडलाइन क्या है 31st of Jan। अब इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि 31st of Jan को ही फिल करना, दो इट इज टेंटेटिव, कुड बी एक्सटेंडेड, बट हमें इसका वेट नहीं करना है एक्सटेंड हो, क्योंकि मैं आईआईटी कानपुर को जानता हूं। दिस इज वन ऑफ द आईआईटी, वन ऑफ द एमबीए प्रोसेस जिसमें वेटिंग लिस्ट मूवमेंट नहीं होती। अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि डेडलाइन एक्सटेंड होती है और नहीं होती है तो ये आपका लॉस। 31st को वेट मत करना, 30th तक फॉर्म फिल कर देना बिकॉज मैंने जैसा कहा ना आईआईटी कानपुर ने लास्ट में वेटिंग लिस्ट मूवमेंट नहीं की थी, डेट एक्सटेंड नहीं किया तो आप एक अच्छे प्रोसेस को मिस कर जाओगे, एक अच्छे कॉलेज को मिस कर जाओगे। ROI द मास्टर 4 lakhs to 18 lakhs अगर मिडिल वैल्यू को भी देखें तो इस साल भी बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करता है। तो हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं बिना टाइम गवाए हुए। प्लेस कॉम से बात करनी है जो आपके सेशन में है। एल कॉम एलुमनाई कमेटी से मैं बात करूंगा कि क्या चल रहा है और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट एडमिशंस कमेटी से भी बात करते हैं। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं आईआईटी कानपुर के साथ चैट विद आईआईटी कानपुर। मिलते हैं, बात करते हैं और सारे प्रोसेस को समझते हैं इसी चैनल पे। तो आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो, वीडियो को लाइक करना मत भूलना और बेल आइकन प्रेस करना बिकॉज जहां से कोई भी बकवास नोटिफिकेशन नहीं जाता है। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं इनसाइड स्टोरी ऑफ आईआईटी कानपुर।
Think cat. Think education.
So before starting anything, first of all, I would like to know to whom I am talking and that to whom our listener and the viewers are going to learn the more about IIT Kanpur. Was it DIME or it's DoMS? We know everything because I termed as IIT Kanpur the ROI master. Is it actually the ROI master or bas hawa mein hai? So let's start with lady first, Bhakti. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello all. So myself Bhakti. I'm from Kolhapur, state Maharashtra. I'm an electronic engineer by profession and having an 2 years experience in the edtech domain. I'm a second year student at IIT Kanpur. So talking about the ROI, as you said, it is really true that we are like our fees are in the range of around 4 lakhs and we do have a good placement record. So just for you to know that the numbers are not inflated.
Great. So the Bhakti, you are in some committee or what?
Yes, sir. I am part of admissions committee.
You're the AdCom, the right person in this platform.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nitendra.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, since you already know my name, so I would like to go on with where I come from. I'm from Ajmer, Rajasthan, and I'm currently holding the position of Alumni and Corporate Relations Committee. Apart from that, sir, I have done my graduation in electrical engineering from Nirma University, Ahmedabad. After that, I took up the role of contract management at Secure Meters Limited, Udaipur, and I've worked over there for around 11 months. Currently, I'm in my second semester, so it has been like a 6-month journey for me at DoMS IIT Kanpur, and that I would say was quite enriching for me.
Great. Shivank.
So hello, I'm Shivank, and I am from Pune University. I've done my graduation in mechanical engineering. Post that, I've worked in an integrated steel plant. Before coming to here, I have my startup in structural design and project management area. So I was also part of a placement committee over here, which looks after the training and placement of the students. And it's been a wonderful experience being part of the IIT Kanpur.
So all big committees are here: PlaceCom, LCom, and the admissions committee. Okay, so the one thing common in all are the engineers, and you're going to invite first-time non-engineers. So how this transition? Any idea? Anyone?
The transition, I'd like to take that up, sir. The transition is basically we are looking for the we are going through the transition, and this is not the only transition we did. While talking about the eligibility criteria and the total admission process, I'll cover the next. But I'd like to set the basic agenda is we know that our program is best. Last year we started it marketing for the very first time. We came we came beyond IIT Kanpur. We went to Noida. This year we are again expanding it. So we are definitely expanding our horizons, and we want that this learning has to be reached to the masses.
One Noida. What is all about? Let others know. IIT Kanpur, Noida.
There is an outreach center at Noida.
So you are sitting in the Kanpur or the Noida?
We are at Kanpur only.
Fine. And you said the ROI master. That is term coined by me. And you said the ROI is the right term, and the PlaceCom is here. So ये क्या है? मतलब कितने पैसे में कितना धंधा करवाओगे आप? मतलब मेरा 2-3 एम होता है पहला आईआईटी से, बिकॉज बच्चों को चाहिए कि देखो जो भी हो रहा है, प्लेसमेंट इज द फाइनल फिगर, बट फॉर मी द प्लेसमेंट इज जस्ट द बाईपास और द आउटकम ऑफ द प्रोसेस. बट फिर भी बात करते हैं, बिकॉज ये एक ऐसा चीज है ना जो बज वर्ड है. व्हाट इज एडमिशन फी? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, व्हाट इज द टोटल फी?
Yeah, total fee lands around, if you talk about only tuition fee, it's 2.8 lakh rupees. And if you add up to various charges like mess establishment charge, various accommodation charges, it comes around like 4 lakh rupees for the whole.
Hold on. So this is the 4 lakhs. And Kanpur is not a big place. तो मतलब कोई बहुत ज्यादा मॉल वॉल भी नहीं है, तो मतलब मैं रफली मान सकता हूँ कि 5.5 would be the total expenses.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That is less than your CTC.
Yeah, and our placement statistics through the part and through the history has been at the top notch. We are currently having the highest placement at 24 lakhs. Our top 20 quintile of the students were placed in 22.4 lakh rupees. And if you talk about the average, it stands around 18.4, which is amongst the some of the best numbers amongst the same leagues of colleges.
Great. And I've seen that at the bottom one is there something out of 12 lakhs, which is mentioned in
Yeah.
So we roughly 5.5 lakhs investment, and we are going to get 18 lakhs, near to 3.
Yeah.
That is 200% growth. क्या ऐसा क्या खिलाते? मतलब क्या है क्या?
Sir, our education quality, and if you go to our faculty list is awesome. Let me talk you in a real term. Some of our faculty are the visiting scientists to the Harvard, Stanford, and they have done their degrees from Buffalo, Canada. So the quality of education is at par with the top-notch IIMs or top-notch B schools around the country. Also, that we have a very strong brand name of IIT Kanpur that attracts lot of companies to us, and we actually filter out what the companies or what the role is been needed to our students.
DoMS is how much old?
DoMS started in 2001 with its first batch, and prior to this, the beauty of DoMS is it was first established as an IME, which is Industrial Management Engineering, but it has a 50 years of history, and the structuring of the MBA programs over here at the DoMS, which is prior IME, takes 20 years of rigorous structuring in form of academics, in form of various components that are added to in our curriculum, like capstone projects. So it takes 20 years to structure the MBA program, and it started with a kick bash from 2001, and it is going to have its silver jubilee as well as golden jubilee of the department in the coming year.
50 years DoMS is the underdog of what?
50 years for the IME, and 25 years will be going for
management.
Yeah.
So any alumni do we know कि अच्छा ये नाम तो सुना हुआ है इंडस्ट्री में Elcom. So
So,
any
sir,
alumni?
talking about the alumni, I would not be taking names as such because then their LinkedIn IDs would be flooded after this session. But one thing I can tell you is most of our alumni are holding really good positions at big corporates. One of our alumni is serving as the head of advertisements at Google. Apart from that, not only the corporates, we have our alumni in startups as well. Many of our alumni are the co-founders of some big startups, and they are also collaborating with our department in a way that our student gets to work on live projects. They sometimes they do offer internships as well, and that is something that our alumni has brought up value to the system as whole. So that is something I would say that they have contributed so far, and we look forward to have more engagement in terms of alumni as such.
Great. So you have a great ROI. मतलब मैं तो चाहूंगा ना कि किसी बच्चे को मैं फीस दे दूं कि बॉस तुम अपने सैलरी का 50% मुझको दे दो तो भी मतलब ये म्यूचुअल फंड से ज्यादा अच्छा रिटर्न देगा.
Definitely, sir.
Definitely. So to everyone, this is around 11:29, 23:29. So ये IITs में वो MBA कल्चर है क्या? That is late night and all क्या है? It is a late night. 23-29 तो क्या
Yes, sir.
इसमें एक्चुअली लाइफ है वो MBA वाली या वो IT वाली लाइफ रहती है क्या है?
So it's a mix
So
of both. I would say that when it comes to IIT Kanpur as a whole ecosystem, the ecosystem itself is very unique. Being from the MBA department, you are not only restricted to the MBA department itself. You get to interact with the brightest mind of India when it comes to the technology aspect as well. Then we do have different cells which are on pan IIT level, apart from the committees that we have in our own department. So it would be entrepreneur cell. So and there's policy cell. So there are various events that are organized time to time, and students take part into those events in a very rigorous way, and that is something that I really appreciate. Apart from that, like you talked about the late night rigor that we have. Right now, we are connected on a late night call as well. And apart from that, our students are performing excellently into various case competitions. And that I believe requires a lot of dedication, strategic thinking approach, and the kind of ecosystem that all the B schools, all the best B schools of the country would be having. So that is something I would say is pretty much compatible.
Great. So it is IIT. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, giving you the realistic view, sir. I think Shivank has won a case competition, right? Which was like held at IIT Madras from I think McKinsey, right?
McKinsey.
Kinsey has sponsored that, so
Yeah.
that we come second, and
So he's basically
not only me, various students over here won various competition. Some of the competitions are in pipeline of the top-notch B schools, and some of the students got selected for the Harvard conference, and I myself got selected for the Harvard conference very recently.
So it's just like the other B school. IIT Kanpur
Yeah.
gives you opportunity to build your CV points.
100%.
not only
100%.
CV points, I would say.
Not
sir,
CV point.
Yeah, please, Shivank, go on.
Yeah, sir. So not yeah. I was also discussing the same that it's not about the CV part. It's about the exposure. We meet lots of delegates, chief guests over here. Recently, the MD and the CEO of SDFC Security, Mr. Dheeraj Really, has visited the IIT Kanpur. We MB student get a chance to interact with him, meet with him. So that kind of opportunity, that kind of persona building happens in the IIT itself. And apart from this, if you look at the diverse experience that we brought in the MBA curriculum, so we also attracts the live projects, and as we talked about the capstone project, which is again a live data project, which is mandatory to a student to go through in the second year of curriculum for 1100 hours. So student works on the industry data. They have a mentor from institute, a professor, and a mentor from industry. Both of them collab with the students, and they're gonna work on the real-time data from the industry. So such kind of exposure is given to the
No,
students.
I'm not looking for all these things. These are what when you are going to inside the IITs, then you realize, okay, these are the things, and actually you are not going to realize the importance of these things. वो जब आईटी या आप 20 स्कूल से बाहर निकल जाते हो तो इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ लाइब्रेरी समझ में आती है, बाकी कुछ समझ में आता है। अभी जो मैं एज्यूम आई एम अ यूथ जो 20 स्कूल को टारगेट कर रहा है, तो मैं उसके लिहाज से बात करूंगा। आप बहुत बड़े बड़े जार्गन यूज कर रहे हो, एंड हियर आई वांट टू लेट एवरीवन नो सीवी पॉइंट इज व्हाट, वो पॉइंट जो आप अपने सीवी में लिखते हो, अगर आपको नहीं पता है तो आते हैं तीनों के तीनों कोई वर्क एक्स हो। आईटी वर्क एक्स वाले को प्रेफर करती है क्या डॉम्स आईटी कानपुर?
Not really,
नॉन
sir.
वर्क एक्स
Not really, sir. Yeah.
Sir, we do have points for WorkX as well. That I would agree. And that is the case with every B
ऑल
school.
थ्री आर द वर्क एक्स, तो मतलब जो नॉन वर्क एक्स हो तो वो आएंगे नहीं ना।
No, sir.
No, sir.
30% of our batch, which is a recent
work.
batch, is a fresher.
Fresher.
70% of the batch having a work ex. That too of 18 months around average work ex.
And the same goes with the senior batch as well. Around 24% batch is fresher.
What is the batch size?
For us, for the seniors, it was 35. And for junior, like this year batch, it was around 150.
Okay, great. So 150 is not a big number. Placement तो करवा ही देगा प्लेसकॉम, शिवांक के यहाँ बैठा हुआ है।
We're trying our best and we are getting good results and response from the market.
And what is all about this girls free scheme? Any Bhakti, ये क्या है आप लोग दे रहे हो? That is what the forms?
Yeah, so basically, sir, we want to improve upon our gender ratio. That's why we are that's why we are giving the application for the girls. We are making it free.
And definitely that is what the ना बेटी पढ़ाओ, प्रधानमंत्री and IIT IIMs ये सब कुछ करें. That is the one of the best in giving them more points. Give the leverage कि तुम आओ फॉर्म करो, प्रोसेस में आओ, बेस्ट दो अपना, हम बेस्ट देंगे. And I would say definitely the best part what I observe in the IITs to other IITs, they are rigorous in the PI. So इस बार आप PI बताओ क्या करना चाहते हो, कैसे कर रहे हो, मतलब कहाँ PI होगा, क्या होगा? Start with the Bhakti. If we want to go into the IIT Kanpur DoMS, CAT, you are saying 80 percentile. RTI data says the same 80 percentile. So more or less, if I say 83 percentile for the three categories and the 55, 56 for the other three categories, call I. Online or offline? Please.
Yeah, I'll take you through the selection, the composite score as well as the GDPI process. So let's break down the final composite score first. So over here we can see that the first 50% weightage is given to the GD and PI. So the 20% out of that, 20% is for the GD and 30 is for the PI. 30% is for PI. And the rest is 20% for the CAT score, 20% for the academics, and 10% for the WorkX. So you were asking about the WorkX. So here we are giving only 10%. So a person who is a fresher, so he has 90% in his hand to perform well, and only 20% is given to the CAT score. That's why we are more of profile based this year. And while talking about the GDPI, will be having GDPI offline. Like last year भी offline हुआ था, इस साल भी offline ही होगा at 3 places. So first one is definitely the IIT Kanpur. Second one will be the Noida Outreach Center, and third one will be the Bangalore.
So it is only GD and PI. VAT भी है क्या?
नहीं, no VAT.
Okay, so someone is coming. Go for the GD, then the PI, and the complete composite score would be calculated and the admission.
Yes.
तो अभी किसे सजेस्ट करते हो कि कैट का मतलब कि डॉम्स का फॉर्म फिल करना चाहिए?
I would say, sir, the one who matches the eligibility criteria has to fill with the form. Let me take you through the eligibility criteria as well. As we discussed earlier, for a long time we only allowed engineers for this program, but this time as department is going through the transition, we are looking to bring in more diversity and further opening the doors of this program to more aspirants. So anyone is having a graduation degree of minimum 3 years of duration, any degree, and having mathematics as a subject in 12th or any equivalent will be eligible to apply for this program. And there are minimum eligibility criteria as well. So for general, EWS and OBC candidate, minimum 80 percentile in CAT, and 60 percentage or 6 CPI in graduation is required. For SC and ST, it will be 55 percentile in CAT and a 50 percentage or 5 CPI in graduation. This is must.
Okay, so anyone having the, I won't say कि 80 percentile, but say कि you should apply in the IIT Kanpur at 82 percentile है तो must करो. 80 है तो you are on border line, करना चाहिए. You discuss with the team क्या है क्या नहीं है. बाकी तो टीम हैंडल करेगी. हमने किया, हमने जीडीपीआई किया, फाइट मारा, आ गए कानपुर में. Now the place कौन, रोल क्या होगी, because you are the engineers. एनालिटिक्स है क्या है मतलब. Now again before this we have electives. कुछ ऐसा सिस्टम है या you have a MBA, क्या करते हैं?
Sir, the first semester we have a 7 compulsory subjects over here. From the second semester, you are free to choose own your stream. We have multiple of subjects across the domains like finance, operations, marketing, and we have wonderful faculties, as I have told to you. We also have a visiting faculties from the industries, which are at CXO level. So they come for the guest lectures, also the regular lectures. So that kind of exposure curates you a unique experience of the MBA. So as we talk about the placement, you also ask about the placement, sir.
Yeah, we discuss placement means what would be the role, क्या होगा?
Role, yeah. Coming to the roles, so yeah, roles are very diversified. As you know that the market conditions are a bit normalized as of now. So all the B schools are struggling to have a better role. But we kind of strategize this thing and we get into some of the very niche role which are available in the markets, like HR analytics roles or HR operations roles, which are neglected by many students. But many students really want such kind of roles, especially the female candidates want such kind of roles. So we also tap into such roles. And if you would talk about the profile of roles that has been offered over here, so it's ranged from finance, where you get a role from financial analyst, and marketing, management trainee roles, and operations roles. And as we talk about the other cross-functional roles like product management, process management, so all such roles are being catered by us, and students are performing well in such roles.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So please continue.
Adding to Shivank's point, sir, I would like to share my experience over here, as I have done an internship at ICICI, and I am having quite good inclination towards marketing. So the role was, as we are discussing the role, my role was actually pretty good, and it was totally into the marketing domain. So I'm pretty satisfied with it.
Great. So to Bhakti again, IIT Kanpur, UP, how safe it is for the girls?
I can
because ये
totally
parents का होगा कि
understand.
मैं बिहार और यूपी भेजूं कि नहीं भेजूं.
I can totally understand your intentions behind this question, and to be frank, I also faced it, and my parents also. We felt the same way. But by post coming over here, I didn't feel it for a single second that I'm insecure. Over here, the campus is huge campus, and it is a city in itself, you can say, which is really safe. You can go alone at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. any time in the night. And it's pretty safe. Everywhere security personals are there, and they're very friendly, very approachable. So I would say that yes, Kanpur has some some imaginary thing around it, but IIT Kanpur is pretty safe.
So कैसे लगता है आईटी का टी-शर्ट पहन के?
It's obviously a sense of fulfillment for me, at least.
Great.
For all, sir.
Actually,
The sense of pride.
That's मेरा बेटा बेटी अगेन आईटी जाएगा. Is the one thing IIT Kanpur, that to IIT Kanpur, बहुत अच्छा है. मैं यहाँ पे look, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं मेरे को बी स्कूल को लेके, सर आप इतने पैसे चार्ज कर रहे हो, ये प्लेसमेंट दे रहे हो. यहाँ तो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है कि आप पैसे चार्ज नहीं कर रहे हो, प्लेसमेंट दे रहे हो. So I don't know what to ask, but still I want to ask few things. पहला, इंजीनियर्स के बाद आप ले रहे हो नॉन इंजीनियर्स को. Is it a non-engineer can survive in the IIT Kanpur? By chance
Yes.
का होता है तो.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely, sir.
Sir, I believe that it's more about, it's not about the kind of people we would be intaking. It also depends on the course structure that we have, how we actually sculpt our students. We sculpt our students in a way that they are ready for the industry. They are ready to take up all the roles that come their way. So let's say if a student who is from a diverse background gets into IIT Kanpur and they want to continue their career into marketing. So we do have that course structure that would enable them to equip them with all the skills that are required for a good marketer. So that is there, sir. And apart from that, sir, I think that it also adds a lot to the diversity factor of our institute. Whenever there are class discussions, it's better to have opinions from diverse backgrounds and then come to a point. So that is something that we would like to add by having diversity in the student profile.
Okay, fine, बहुत अच्छे. अब कुछ points
You,
discuss.
you said about surviving, sir. In that, basically, Shivank also previously mentioned that we have only like compulsory subjects only for the first sem, and out of those 7 subjects, only one subject is like analytics based,
quant based.
quant based.
Quant based. Yeah.
So, like one can definitely go through with it and then can take up the subject according to his liking.
Fine. So this is just like a MBA in IT campus.
Yes.
Yes.
So the coffee is MBA, but the cup is IIT. बहुत अच्छा blend है. Now बात करते हैं. चलो फॉर्म फिल कर दिया, आ गए, and we have a GDPI in the March.
Yes.
Questions out करो आप PI के. Your own questions could be जो आपके PI में आया, because you said ना कि that is only 20% weightage of the CAT and this profile and so on, and that 30% something in the PI.
So, sir, I would like to take up that question by telling you my experience. So, my GD topic at that time was around the Adani report because that was a very fresh topic at that time. So, the GD topic that we got was around that only. So, it took us only 2 minutes to figure out what has to be spoken in front of all our panelists, and the discussion was actually really good. I was impressed by the kind of competitors I had that day. Apart from that, sir, when it comes to PI, so in the very start of my personal interview, obviously it started with my introduction. So I would recommend all the aspirants to prepare their introduction in a way that's pretty much impressive, and it's made in a way that it sounds good for the interviewer. In the very starting of my interview, I was asked this question like, which particular domain you would like to take up in MBA? So I answered marketing. And then my interview went on around marketing only. So everything was asked related to marketing since my work experience was somehow related to it as well. So I was asked about core concepts of marketing, 4 P's of marketing, and then I was asked to take up an example and relate the 4 P's of marketing with that. There were a few guesstimates as well, which were asked to me. And so I remember this particular incident. So ma'am was sitting in front of me and she was like, pick anything from this table, which is lying in front of me right now, and you have to sell it to me in 5 minutes. So that was a very interesting experience. And at the end of the day, the result was fruitful. So I'm very happy.
So tell me about yourself. Guesstimation. Anything in the profile. You should be ready with the stream you are going to opt and the question around it. तो ये 4 क्वेश्चन में आने चाहिए. And for the one thing, GD could be related to the topic which is around in the news. ये 5 है, तो आप वो देख लेना. भक्ति, आपसे भी था. Tell me about yourself.
Yes. Tell me about yourself. What I feel about PI is basically, 80% of PI is revolves around yourself only. So be very thorough about yourself, and while selling yourself, don't oversell, because the panelists sitting over there are pretty much experienced, and once caught, then it's quite tough to again reconvince them. So I would say be very mindful and confident whatever you are speaking.
एडकॉम हो, क्वेश्चन आउट नहीं करोगे. बाकी जो भी बात करना है बात कर लेंगे.
No, this year, sir, we are releasing the PI kit.
Okay, great. Fine. We are waiting for it. CAT. Okay, fine. Then we have VAT PI. We feel कि VAT PI is cracking tougher than the CAT. Because पता नहीं क्या आएगा. Then you have place form, you have a Lcom you have a admissions committee. बहुत मतलब this is a life कैसी है मतलब I used to be in the when the IMT Ghaziabad we called it IMT Ghaziabad is the sports school. बहुत सारा हमने खेला. यहाँ क्या है मतलब how the life happening है क्या नहीं है लाइफ में बता दो जरा.
Sir,
Apart from the academic, classroom के बाहर क्या है?
Classroom के बाहर सर बहुत कुछ है. I am the part of taekwondo team at IIT Kanpur. So
Place
I was a
from
part.
taekwondo डरना है.
So sports is something which bleeds through the IT, and there are professionals. The coaches are very much professionals. They teach you from the 0 to 100, and they take care of your everything. So sports is something which is taken care very well by the ITs. And the fest, we at IIT Kanpur have our own management fest, which is called Prabandhan, which is soon going to happen. So such kind of fest happens at DoMS and at Pan IT level. So students get to involve in all those fests, not only the DoMS one, like Antaragni, which happens the Pan IT level. So the life is as hectic as you can make, as involving and as interesting you can take out of IIT. And
Yes.
that's it.
Yes, sir. Adding to
Yes.
which I would, yeah. So adding to what Shivank said, I'm also a part of a volunteering team over here at IIT Kanpur, which goes by the name Prayas. So what we basically do in that is we bring the students who are from slum areas or who are underprivileged, and we teach them over here. So that is also an experience in itself. The CSR activities, the NGOs that we are associated with, that adds a lot to how student thinks. So that is something I would like to add.
Great. So life happening, सब कुछ happening. The best part of IT जो मुझे लगा ना कानपुर का is the admission process. बॉस आओ फील करो. We are not going to even I think मुझे last year भी लगता है कि ऑफलाइन ही था कि तुम मुझे फील करो and we are going to when you are coming into the IIT कानपुर तुम फैमिली बनने जा रहे हो तो हम ऑनलाइन में रिश्ता नहीं करेंगे. ऑफलाइन आओ मिलते हैं तो फिर रिश्ता करते हैं एंड वो भी रिश्ते में मैं दहेज नहीं मांग रहा हूँ. 4L कुछ है ही नहीं. मतलब ये एक जो है ना लाइफ टाइम बॉन्डिंग हो रही है. यू आर गोइंग टू मैरिज. तो मैं ये बोलता हूँ ना टू ऑल दी एस्पिरेंट्स इवन यू आर लुकिंग फॉर द न्यू आईएम्स और द बेबी आईएम्स अगर टारगेट करो. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द एबीसी. मैं नहीं बोलूंगा. इफ यू आर टारगेटिंग द न्यू आईएम्स और द बेबी आईएम्स और द सम अदर ऑफ द बी स्कूल्स एक बार अपना कुंडली आईआईटी कानपुर को तो भेजना चाहिए. बिकॉज वहां मतलब बायोडेटा अपना फॉर्म से भरो बॉस. ये कुछ है ही नहीं. मतलब 4 लाख तो आजकल एंगेजमेंट में इससे ज्यादा खर्च हो जाता है अगर आप एंगेजमेंट करना चाहो तो.
So I totally agree with your point that we are not about the money basically. If you see this year, as you are saying about talking about the experience as well, we had wonderful experience last year, and we had great feedbacks as well, and we are still improving on the feedback. So this year you can expect better than the last year. All the entire admission process and the processes that which will happen in the IIT Kanpur like post MBA during the course as well. But sir, another thing I would like to highlight is waitlist movement नहीं हुई थी हमारे time पे for this time. So this again shows that it's not very easy to go to IIT Kanpur because no one will leave IIT Kanpur if you get into it.
I know. List में मतलब मेरे पास इतने ज्यादा मैसेज आए थे ना. I have 5 waitlist in the IIT Kanpur. सर होगा या नहीं होगा. मतलब this is even waitlist. I think मुझे लगता है कि सिंगल डिजिट भी मूव नहीं हुई थी कैटेगरी में कुछ.
Not a single number.
Not a single digit.
Great. बहुत अच्छा है. So that is even I am going to offer. मैं सबको ऑफर देता हूँ कि बॉस आईआईटी कानपुर जाओ मैं फीस देता हूँ 50% सैलरी मुझे दे देना. This is what the Kanpur is. So IITs में the best one. I would say if we talk about the ROI, even if we talk about the B schools, कानपुर है. बाकी लाइफ क्या है नहीं है. It's again मैं बोलूंगा it's you and your profile. Kanpur is going to give you a platform at bare minimum cost with the best facility. So आपको जाना चाहिए. Okay, on the ending note, Bhakti, what's your suggestion to girls? Because how many girls are there in the right now 150 batch?
There are 17 girls.
17.
Yes.
जनरल अच्छा है आईआईटी का भी, ऐसा बुरा नहीं है.
Around 10% is there, and I think बाकी colleges का भी almost 10 to 20% के around ही range करता है. But this year we are actually targeting something beyond that. That's why we made that's why we changed the application fee for them and made it free. So for
Even
the
you are
girls,
not make a free ना, forms तो drop होंगे ही होंगे. That's a your kind gesture to the fair community कि आप free कर रहे हो. That is a different thing. IIT KNP has something. वो मैंने हमेशा कहा है. Okay, final question. PI VAT is in the March. Form भर दिया. 31st is the last date tentative जो अभी आपका है. We have Feb 29 days and then 9 days 38 days में बच्चे क्या करें? Apart from tell me about yourself. उसके अलावा क्या करना चाहिए बच्चों को?
Should I take it?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I think you should also brush up a bit about your basic mathematics, because some of our faculty are fascinated to ask some basic questions through mathematics.
Guesstimation क्वेश्चन आएगा, नोट कर लो. मैथ से क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं, फंक्शंस ग्राफ आपसे पूछ सकता है,
फंक्शन ग्राफ, बेसिक अलजेब्रा, homogeneous equations.
क्वेश्चन
So it is very very basic.
बोला, बाकी सब जगह से निकल रहा है.
I would say that कि आपके मतलब let's whatever you
are टॉपिक तो आप ही सेट करने वाले हो.
No sir.
No sir, it's totally on the faculty.
वो चीट जो बनता है ना,
panelists are from like how can we like even say the panelists to ask the questions?
नहीं, जीडी जो टॉपिक होगा जो इस दिन डिस्कस, वो ठीक है. जनरली होता है कि सर ये देखो 10-15 टॉपिक है, देख लो तुम्हें जो करना है.
So we are students, we are just like we are just having an experience of an year of this institute. How can we do this? We can't do that.
नहीं, कुछ जैक वैक लगेगा. 4 लाख में 14 लाख मिल रहे हैं, कुछ जैक वैक लगा सकते हैं.
Definitely, if you have 98-99 percentile and having a great profile, given
that is the only jack we need.
We'll definitely consider
jack, that's effort.
That is not effort. That is a complete lever and pulley आप जो use कर रहे हो, तो इसमें क्या है? Okay, thanks everyone. This is a nice talking with IIT Kanpur. 1 B school, 1 IT school, 1 should fill. Convert करो, जाओ. मतलब एक ऐसा बी स्कूल है जिसको मैंने अपनी हिस्ट्री में बहुत 2 ही 3 बी स्कूल हैं जहां वेटिंग लिस्ट मूवमेंट नहीं हुई. हम जज कैसे करते हैं? प्लेसमेंट कैसा हो रहा है. दिस इज द फर्स्ट. लोकेशन कैसा है? कानपुर इज अ ग्रेट लोकेशन. सेकंड, जो अभी तक बहुत ज्यादा जजमेंट होती है वो होती है कि वेटिंग लिस्ट मूवमेंट कितनी हो रही है. इफ अ कॉलेज हैज 1000 वेटिंग लिस्ट मूवमेंट, कॉलेज है जहां पे 1000 वेटिंग लिस्ट मूवमेंट होती है, मैं वो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ खराब है, बट कानपुर वोंट हैव इन दैट लास्ट ईयर सिंगल वेटिंग लिस्ट मूवमेंट नहीं. तो लोगों को जाना चाहिए, एटलीस्ट फॉर्म फिल करना चाहिए. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है ना कि आप जब प्रोसेस जाते हो तो आपको प्रोसेस इतना पसंद आता है ना कि कॉलेज किसी और कॉलेज से ज्यादा बेटर लगता है कि दिस वी हैव अ जीडीपीआई, हमने फाइट करके यहाँ पे मैं आया. बाकी जगह ऑनलाइन दिए, वो मजा नहीं आया. तो कानपुर आपको वो फील देगा, एंड वो आपको एक देगा, एक जो मैंने फील किया, जो लास्ट ईयर मैंने बच्चों से बात की है कि सर मैं कानपुर गया फाइट मार के, बाकी जगह भी मेरा सिलेक्शन हुआ था, तो इस फाइट को रिस्पेक्ट करते हुए लोग कानपुर को नहीं छोड़े थे बार, बहुत बार. एनीवे, थैंक्स एवरीवन. सो इट्स, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, टाइम हो रही है 11:57 एंड बी स्कूल का डेडलाइन होता है 11:59, 23:59. सो वी आर गोइंग टू द टच द डेडलाइंस. थैंक्स.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you so much. Thank
Great.
you so much.
It was a great conversation, sir. Thank you.
Same here. Okay.
It was a pleasure meeting.